Excuse me, sir. What car do you drive?
I drive a 190E with an LS swap.
Let's go for a ride. Today we have a very special video. I am at LS Motorworks and we're going to film an interview on his LS swapped 190E. What's up?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Yes.
Welcome to LS Motorworks.
I just realized that is an Evo 2 on your sign.
Yeah.
So, you have a 190,
Yeah.
but it's not stock.
It's not stock.
Are you able to see the car, check it out?
Definitely. It's unusual.
How long have you been building this one for?
This one, I've had it for like the last 6 years. So
6 years.
it was a daily driver and then I just wanted more out of it and decided to convert it.
And this is your shop before we show the car.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just do normal service work, maintenance.
Yeah, so we do a lot of European cars. We still dive into everything, but mostly BMW, Mercedes, lots of service work, lots of repairs, a couple other project cars like that VW up there.
What's going on with that?
That one is doing a VR6 turbo with a full Heltec standalone
Wow,
cluster and everything.
that's
And
pretty
then-
sick. But the car we want to see today is the 190E.
Yeah.
So, if you look at this car, right, you can tell it's not stock. Or it's just got bad fitment, one of the
It's
two.
got bad fitment currently. That's another problem that I got to resolve, but for the most part, before I had it down to the rim, but now with a different platform in there, it's not as easily to do.
So speaking of different platform, do you want to pop the hood and show us what you've got done?
Absolutely. When I first started driving, he had a 300D white with the blue interior.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I loved about this car.
Oh my goodness. This is sick.
Yeah, so what we have here is a 6-liter, I think they go by LQ4, but it's an LS. Bone stock minus the intake, headers, exhaust. Not much to it. Just wanted a little bit more power and just to get it in there and running. We had some obstacles on the way, but should be a nice, comfortable ride.
So when you say obstacles, you telling me a bit off camera, like what have you had to do and overcome to build this?
Steering's a big issue. Steering was the biggest issue. We had to convert everything to W204. So we got W204 coilovers, W204 spindles and brakes. With the sport package, they're actually quite nice. Big brake upgrade. And then we are using a BMW Z3 steering rack and an E90 steering shaft. So we had to convert from steering box to steering rack, and the rack had to be in front of the motor and not behind it. So that was the first thing that we had to figure out. Once we figured that out, it was a matter of fitting the headers in, and we had to make headers that are kind of very interesting looking because the steering shaft had to go right through the center of the header.
That's it right there, right? You can kind of see
That's
it.
right there. So it's very tight.
Boom, straight through right there.
So that was just to fit the steering.
Wow.
Other than that, it was a lot of in and out, trying to get the motor as far back as possible while widening the entire transmission tunnel and everything. So we had to do that like 3 or 4 times just to get it in there. And in the end, we ended up with just enough space to fit our fuel regulator and wires and everything and tuck it back there. And just enough space to actually fit a 4-inch intake.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
literally almost
and
touching.
then we also had to tuck the radiator back and under. Oil filters actually right down here. So it was
Wow.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then we tucked all the wiring and fuse panel and everything back here.
Can we take it for a ride
Yeah, definitely.
and get a cold start on this thing?
It kind of still sounds like a truck, but
Yeah.
we'll figure that out eventually.
That's why I like making these videos. I figure people build these cars, they put all this work in, might as well get to show them off.
Yeah, definitely.
And then hopefully meet other people that build other crazy stuff, find the video, and then message them.
The only problem with a sleeper build like this is you go out for a car show or something like that, and if you don't pop the hood, nobody knows.
Yeah. My car's literally the direct opposite. Everything on the outside, nothing in the engine.
Yeah. If anybody's actually driven a stock 190, they're almost dead silent and painfully slow.
Yeah, no, mine is so slow. I like that you've got the system in here. I don't have that.
Yeah, for the most part. The subwoofer's not in here right now, but yeah, we made this little bezel piece. This I'm not too fond of. I was hoping it was gonna match, but I went with the original wheel, like the Nardi wood wheel, matching shift knob, and I was trying to match wood grain to everything, but I'm not that much of an artist to make it all work.
How many MPG do you get?
Oh, 4?
4.
No, I have no idea. I've only actually driven this thing a handful of times, but this used to be a half tank, but we just pull it in and out of the shop every morning.
How long did it take to build?
About 3 months.
Okay.
But that's like 3 months of
over the course
14, 16-hour days.
Oh, it gets loose. Oh my gosh. That's so fast compared to the stock.
Yeah, compared
What?
to stock, it's a nice upgrade. Still a little quirks to work out, but for the most part.
That's scary. That's actually kind of scary because you feel it moving.
Oh yeah, you feel it. I'll take one right out of the line. Like when I take it out like from the dig,
Yeah.
it gets a lot more loose. It's OEM rear diff with racing differentials out of the UK.
Okay.
And it's a conversion to convert your open differential to like a progressive limited slip. So that has that back there, and then just factory axles and everything. Everything's brand new back there, but it's all factory.
Just OEM 190.
Yeah, and
Wow.
basically for the most part, front half of the drive shaft is just like a 4L80E drive shaft, and the last 6 inches is 190E.
Wow.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
take it off.
Yeah, we're gonna do a launch.
Look behind us.
Oh my gosh. I literally dropped the camera. That was like so fast. Oh my gosh. That was sick. All right. Wow.
It's good for doing burnouts.
Yeah. Now back to the shop and let's look at the underneath of this car.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we are under the car.
Yeah, I should have washed it. I didn't realize it was so dirty.
That just means you drive it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
So, yeah, for the most part, we had to cut the subframe out and make this new bracket to do the same job to actually support our steering rack. And then these are the spindles and brakes. You can actually see the size of them now on how big they actually are to convert the steering all the way up here. And a good money shot is there and through the center. You can see the steering shaft going through the header. And then we had to change the sump from the front to the rear. And then you can see here how we had to connect the Y pipe and tuck it right up underneath the torque converter there. But yeah, to fit an X pipe, this part's really low, so it's like hard to do.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, when we changed to these spindles, that's actually an ML, newer gen ML lower ball joint and W204 coilovers, and it changed the offset completely.
Oh wow.
So that's why the wheels are actually set out like that.
Yeah.
Oil filter.
Oh, that's easy.
A Skyline radiator.
From a GTR.
Yep, from a GTR, and we just made this lower rad mount and tried to put it down as low as possible to tuck the radiator underneath the rad support and still have it there.
Wow. This is crazy.
4L80. This is where you can actually see that the whole tunnel was widened to fit.
Yeah. Oh man. So if you had to do it again, how would you do it differently?
The next time, if I was to do it all over again, I would do a body swap. I would grab a C63 and I'd drop a 190 body on it or something that would fit quite nice, and I would do a body swap.
Instead of the engine?
Yeah. And I would have the interior of a new car, the suspension, the engine and everything, but the styling of an old one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Amount of work that went into this car is just insane.
Converted, and then this is where they welded on the existing flange for the 190E. That's actually who built the drive shaft right there. You can see the clearance that we have.
Yeah.
Everything's a tight fit, and we need to tuck the exhaust up there. tuck it up here. It goes through the factory spacing here and across.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tight car, right?
It's a tight car.
Very
It's a tight
small.
squeeze. Factory fuel pumps, because it comes with the dual Bosch fuel pumps.
Well, thanks for showing me your car.
Definitely, anytime.
I appreciate it. Awesome to meet another
It's
enthusiast.
definitely fun to show it off a little bit and
Yeah.
let you see the underside.
Yeah, no, that is an awesome project. But this is also an awesome project because this is not stock. This is also swapped.
This is also a horsepower
Yeah.
addiction.
So we're gonna do a quick video on this. If you want to watch that, it'll be posted separately. Link in the description when it goes live, probably after this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess go check out this video on my channel too.